Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Nurse Kathiana, and in this video we'll be talking all about my LPN, LVN, PN, licensed practitioner, nurse experience. So if you're interested, go ahead and stay tuned. If you haven't, go ahead and click that bright red subscribe button because I talk all about nursing, lifestyle, and everything else. So yeah, and if you are a returning subscriber, welcome back. Welcome back to my channel. So yes, this goes back, all the way back to 2016. A little storyline for you guys. I am a registered nurse right now. I am a cardiac tele nurse, and I've been one since November 2019. And prior to that, I was an LPN. I graduated LPN back in December 2016, and I went to go take my licensure examination in March 6th to be exact of 2017. So a little more storyline about me. So I did go and take my LPN schooling with my two younger sisters. Basically, my mom forced us three to go and get it all together, and we did it. And they actually went ahead and passed, and so they graduated in August, and I graduated in December because I failed. I will link that up above if you haven't seen the story time about how I failed nursing school. So I kind of knew what to expect a little bit in regards to studying. We used the Saunders book. We used the NCLEX online in the HESI. We purchased that book and we were using that to study. We had some paperwork my mom had given us a long time ago of like an NCLEX random facts. It's like over 600 pages. We used that. We also use NCLEX Summit. If you haven't heard about that on YouTube, it's really good. I feel like it's more for RNs, but it really helped me and like prepped me for my NCLEX, right? So those are the things that I used for my NCLEX PN. And so I remember the day prior like it was yesterday. So I was sitting in my room. I don't believe that I studied too much. I probably studied until like 2, 3, 4. And then after that, I just rested because my mom was like, rest. You're going to want to rest before you take your test. I was like, all right, cool. So I rested, and I probably went to sleep to lay down actually about 11 p.m. And I did not sleep at all that night at all, guys. And if I did, it was probably 1 or 2 hours, very minimal, light sleep. Like my mind was active. I was going over in my head over and over in my head all the different types of answers, all the things that I have learned. And I kind of knew I was prepared because I was doing the NCLEX review, Saunders NCLEX review on the HESI website, and I was doing like mock NCLEX exams, and I was getting about 80%, so I knew I was like prepared, but I was still nervous. And I remember that day I had woke up, my test was at 2 p.m. I had woke up around maybe 8 or 9. I woke up, my mom had cooked me breakfast. I had like eggs or something, and so I just sat there, and around 10 o'clock I went to the testing center, and I sat there in the parking lot. It wasn't too hard for me to find because the night prior I had went and did a drive-by and just sat in my car and, you know, looked out the place and, you know, just feel it out. And so I knew where to go. And so the day of the test, I got there at 10 o'clock. Mind you, my test is at 2, and I just sat in my car and I listened to some praise and worship. I cried. Oh my gosh, I cried. The tears were flowing. Like, whew, I prayed. Me and God had to have a good talk that day. And so I had went in about 10 minutes early. There wasn't a lot of people there, maybe 1 or 2 people, and a lot of people for the RN, but not for the LPN. And so I remember I sat down. I remember I sat on this side, and I sat down. I said a prayer, and then I started my test. And so I started my test, and I was just going through the motions. And this is public record. I didn't know that they had like practice tests, just like what's your name, what's your date of birth. So I was sitting there and I was doing the questions. I felt okay. I felt like they weren't too hard. And so the minimum for the NCLEX PN for Florida is 85. So I get to 85 and I'm like, click. And it didn't turn off. It didn't turn off. So I think I kept going a little bit further. I went until about maybe 110, 115, 120 maybe. And so I got there and I'm like, take a break, Kat. Go relax your mind. Go to the bathroom. So I went to the bathroom. I washed my face off, and me and God had another conversation. I was crying. I told God, I said, you know how, in the mirror, I'm looking at myself. You know how bad I want this. You know I prepared myself for it. If other people can do it, why can't I? Oh my gosh. I had a real heart-to-heart moment with myself at that point. And I was like, Kat, God has brought you this far. He's not going to forsake you. He's with you. You need to get yourself together. Go and take that test because you are ready for it. And you will pass in God's name. So I went. I used the bathroom. I wiped off my face. And then I went back into the testing center. And about 5 questions later, it shut off. And for me, I don't know about you guys, but if it shuts off, that means I passed, because I know I didn't do terrible. So I was like, thank you, God. So then I went home and I left. I'm so stupid, guys. Don't be like me. I took my test on a Friday, right? So it was a Friday, and I had to go home for 2 more days so I can know my results. So I wouldn't get my results until Monday morning, 8 a.m. I didn't sleep all weekend. I couldn't get my mind off of it all weekend. I couldn't focus. Anyone was talking to me that say you passed, I wasn't listening. My dad actually thought I had passed, and he was like, I don't know, 130, 115. I don't know. I really don't know how much I had, guys. Like, the adrenaline was up. And so I'm like, I think I passed. And my mom was like, you passed. Be calm. You passed. And so I remember it like it was yesterday. I was in my room. I shared my room with my aunt and my sister. They had the bunk bed and I had a side bed. And it was about 7 a.m. Monday morning. I remember I went on my phone. Everything was already automatically saved because, you know, I've been searching it up all weekend just in case that they would put the information up earlier. And so that Monday morning, I went on my phone and I didn't even get to go into the results section. I saw on the side, LPN license number. I freaked out. Oh, God. I remember it like it was yesterday. I freaked out. I went on my knees. I prayed. I thanked God. My whole house was so happy for me. Man, it was just so, I felt so blessed. Like, honestly, I felt so blessed. And yeah, that is my story about how I passed NCLEX PN on the first try. I had maybe about 115 questions or so, but man, that test was crazy. If you guys would like a video about my LPN job journey, I can definitely do that for you, or any LPN questions you have below, or any video recommendations, I can do those for you too. I pray you guys are motivated from this and you see that there is a end to all this struggling, like all this is worth it. Yeah, as always, like, comment down below and subscribe. See you guys later. Thank you for watching.